goes to contact. That had to be so close. Smoking in to the mark. It's game on. Here's an awesome race in towards the bottom gate. Have a go at the speed. 43 knots. This team is absolutely on fire.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to eSailing TV and this fantastic special show, SailGP. SailGP Championship 2020 is up and running, and we have the honor here on eSailing TV to follow it all the way, actually to design the whole event and make sure that it runs after the book. And tonight we are going in to watch some random races, and together with me to doing that, please welcome Norman.
Hey Thomas, welcome guys, welcome to SailGP on eSailing TV. I'm excited to be here today. Super stoked about this regatta, super stoked about being part of SailGP tonight. And we have something in store for you. You'll be blown away by all these awesome racers that have been trying hard. Thomas, what do you think?
It's going to be fantastic. We have been following a eSailGP campaign the last 5 days. More, hold on tight, 17,000 unique IP addresses have been playing the game until now, the EF50. And right now, the qualifications is on, Norman. 4,700 registered players has joined in the campaign.
I'm looking at the stats and I'm looking at the game and I'm amazed what's happening out there. And as you know, I'm a personal sailor. You know me as Wind Whisperer, and there is some challenge out there. I've got to tell you, and you got to learn this boat quickly. And if you're not, then goodbye.
Yeah.
But all those guys who are, you can see they've been practicing and they're having a fun day and fun days on the course for sure.
And when we're going in and watch this fantastic race, here we can see the scoreboard. And just see here, normally we see a lot of people have the best serious score of 100, but only one person has it. It's the world champ himself, Willis the 7-1. Then we have Havuk, also part of the World Championship 2018 and 2019 in second, and the young magician from Trieste, Luka Koslovic, in third. But how hard is it to get in top 8, Norman?
How hard it is, I would say steel hard. You can't bend it. I mean, I've been trying for some time. I think I have like 30 races on my account right now. And to get, as Filippo Lafranchi, getting 13 races in a row as first, with all its difficulties, with all the competition, with all the little glitches that sometimes show up in this game, it is such a tough one to achieve, as you can see. So it is possible, obviously. Yay. Good luck, guys. It is fun. I have to say, there's so much going on, so much little racing around the first reach mark and all this stuff. And you got to know all these little finesse to be able to go through this. And those 10 that we're seeing right there, which only 8 of them go forward, they've been, look at this, Pasto on the bottom, 99 races.
And this means he made the best serious score after 99 races. So he can be doing more than 110 races, 120 races. And we know from some of the groups we are part of, some players already hit 150 races in total to be up there.
My question is, are you actually able to see that, Thomas, on the races? Does it go through 3 digits or does it stay?
No. Yeah, I have never seen it go 3 digits before. So I hope he is doing a best serious score with 3 digits. And just to say, Willis the 7-1, he's a funny guy. He also won the eSailGP Marseille, and he won this fantastic gear. See what he sent it to us here in studio. There he is, Willis the 7-1 Filippo with this fantastic picture. He won the signed jersey with the French eSailGP team, and that SailGP cap up there was signed by all the skippers at SailGP. And see, as he was writing on the Facebook page afterwards, that he was writing, "Hey guys, I won over the Frenchman. And the Frenchman's fastly written on Facebook, oh, you're also cousins to us, and blah, blah, blah. There's always been a fight there between those countries. So, I'll not talk about that. Norman, we're going to watch some random races. But before going into that, guys, we're going to play a live close qualifier final this Tuesday afternoon. And here is the format you're going to fight for. There's a reason you need to be in top 8, because there's a lot of good prizes for you there. Guys, welcome back in studio. So you can really win something cool. If you're on top 8, you will qualify direct to the World Championship 2020, the playoffs in September. And the winner of the top 8 going into the close final will go to the grand final, where you can win a spot directly to the World Championship without qualifying.
Right.
Normally,
if you have any questions, guys, you are on this awesome feature of Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and you can text us, write us, ask questions. And if you have questions about the qualifier, you know what to do. Type it up, ask Thomas, or I will answer the question for you, and you have a chance to get your answers answered.
Yeah.
The questions answered.
And guys, we're getting ready for the first stream of tonight of the random races. We're only here to watch you guys tonight. All of you that's not qualifying. So the first server we're going to take is when we're going in here. Then the first 1 out of 10. This is the 1 out of 10 we're seeing here. That's the first one counting up is the one we are taking. So join now if you want to see yourself race in the EF50. So the 2 out of 10 is the server we are taking. And Norman, it's pretty hard to race this EF50. We both have been trying. It's a fantastic boat. It's a whole new dimension of the game. So what to expect when we're watching this fantastic race?
Well, what to expect, it's, one said, make sure you have a great start and make sure you don't collect any penalties. These two. Because if you're starting off well, coming to the first reach mark, because it's a foiling start, so you're up to 40 and more knots on the start line. So you have to time it right, and you want to make sure that nobody's luffing you up or penalizing you before you or rounding the reach mark. And that is key to this game. If you have that, you have a really good chance to win this race. A really good chance.
And what a race we're starting with today, Normal. I can see some of the top players are in there. They really want to see themselves today. And let me make a small presentation. We have from Greece, we have Akist, and then we have a French skipper, Sim Sumsen. Then we have Roxy Joni from Germany. He's in top 8 at the moment. Free win from Portugal. Buldo from Argentina, Walkie, he's from Great Britain. Then we have a Danish boat with us. We have Bartlam Briggs, he is back on the race from the World Championship 2019. And then a Canadian skipper. So here's coming up normal.
Kiwi Canuck, they call him. Kiwi Canuck. Here we go.
Yeah.
And here we go. 10 seconds to go. You want to be lined up already. You want to be on faults already. You want to be ready to go to hit the start line. 5 seconds to go. You need to be racing 30 knots and more already. And here we go. Great start. Bartlett Briggs, did he miss the start?
False start to the Canadian boat and 1 disconnected. Let's see. They're rounding this mark. First coming, Bartlett Briggs. Penalty! Penalty!
Oh God! All the top players. Oh my goodness, Thomas, what are they doing? This is what I'm talking about. The risks are so high. You're coming to the top mark. You run into it. You slow down. You're ending up in 5th, 6th. Wow, 4th. Roxigioni. Oh boy, oh boy.
So free win from Portugal first, Bartlett Briggs second, Roxigioni fourth, and the Argentinian player coming in. And let's see what happens here.
Penalty again to Roxigioni. What is he doing tonight? Oh my goodness.
He
They both started off so strong.
Yeah, he must be satisfied of being in top 8. So he's just trying to show off, and it's not going that way. Norman, what to do here when we're racing upwind here? There's a lot of wind shift. How to calculate that? How to adjust your boat for that in this race?
Well, you know, in most cases, have best VMG. That's what I would do, so you don't miss any of the shifts because it can be very fluctuative. You want to race or avoid as many tacks or jives as possible. So you're basically racing from one boundary to the other. And the boundary line gives you a half a length of boat lengths into the boundary line before it gives you a penalty. So we might see some Boulder right here. Now he tacks right, he jives before. But now Freeman is coming, going to give him a penalty. Starboard.
Yeah, penalty there. And why did he get a penalty? And this is more for the non-sailors.
Well, the Balder was on port tack. He came over now on port, and free wind, I think it is, was on starboard. Yeah. That easy.
Oh, and Roxigioni found that corner in the game where he can cross over without getting a penalty for hitting the boundary. So he's coming back in second. See that race here.
So Roxigioni was in favor. He was on starboard track, and so the other boat, free wind, came over, tacked over from port into starboard, and then but Roxigioni was faster. Hence, he's going around second around the mark right now. Where Bartlett Briggs, no less, the Dutch guy, in the lead. Well done. Free wind's for third, and then first is Boldo, and then Kivik, the Canuck is in 5th, and Akist in 6th, and then Tim Zoomen in 7th.
But Bartlett Briggs, the 49er world champion sailor, also he's sailing the World Cups in the 49er for the Dutch national team. He's in the lead, also in the 50, followed by Roxigioni, the young German, sitting in Constance. Free wind from Portugal in 3rd, coming in with speed, and then we have the Argentinian Boulder. And what to do, Norman? Which way will you go in this bottom mark here?
It really depends how you race the game from the top. So you want to avoid, as I said, as many tacks or jives as possible. Even though when you jive, the speed slowdown is not as much as when you tack upwind. And so you want to basically, when you come from the left side, take the right gate. If you come from the right side, take the left gate. That's how I would say that, you know.
But see here, it's going well. Bartlett Briggs still in the lead, Roxigioni in second. The two top players are not disappointing tonight. Free wind battling for third. He's under pressure by the Argentinian boat and the Canadian boat. So what can they do to take over his position?
Well, read the windsocks, number one. Make sure you got that. Make sure when you tack that you actually, there's a few tricks how you can tack faster and then coming back onto the foils. Because when you tack upwind, in most cases, you lose your foiling ability, meaning you go back onto one. Whether foiling on two, you're only sitting on one armor. And so before you tack, give it a bit of a speed up first, then tack, speeding up, and then you go quicker on your fall. So that's how you gain a few meters here and there. And as you can see right there, Roxigioni, he sailed all the way to the boundary, and then he he gained a couple of more meters in the race course. That's what he did, and it just that helps him to stay up front in front of the other 2, 3, 4 following him.
And he's going to the right-hand side or left-hand side in this camera angle where Bartlett Briggs went to the right side. The same thing Free Wind did, but it doesn't look like Free Wind has a chance to take on Roxigioni. But oh, the Canadian boat losing momentum.
Low around that mark.
Going upwind. It's pretty hard, and a penalty there coming into the last boat. It's a win for Bartlett Briggs from Holland, the Netherlands. Roxigioni, Germany in second. Free Wind will get third. And then we will have the Argentinian boat, Boldo, coming in fourth. And what's happening here? No exciting. The Canadian in fifth. And the Greek boat in sixth. And then we have the French skipper Unlucky like SailGP France coming in last in this race. Maybe he also got a hole in his catamaran here, his EF50, after colliding with the Spains. We never know. But what a race here. So let's just wrap it up here. It's a win for Butler Bricks, second place Roxy Joni, third place Free Win, fourth place Bulldog, fifth place Kiwi Canuck. Then we have the Greek Boat in 6 and Friends in 7. And Norman, then we have these stats. What does they tell us?
It tells me Bartlett Brick did the right thing. He has the best start. He has the best average speed. He has the best shortest distance sailed. He has the max wind speed as well as the largest numbers of penalties. That must have been in the pre-race or something like this. 8 penalties.
Yeah, it must be the pre-race, or it's maybe a server thing coming in here. But in pre-race, 8 penalties, that's not possible. But let's see here. He was in the lead all the time, but see, when we're watching this stat here, we can see it's very dark, guys. But you can see actually that the Free Wind, he actually managed to be in the lead between second and third mark. So rounding the gate mark, coming up to the first top gate. Then he was in a small lead, this Free Win from Portugal, but then the 2 top guys came in and took over, and that was because of the penalties that got downwind. And Norman, what a start today! What a start today!
Great. I mean, like as you know, if you see that Roxy Joni, who is in 8th place right now on the overall, he is racing because he knows he's on the bubble, meaning the boat Cruisolator, ETA 51, Roxy Joni, which are 6, 7, and 8 right now in the ranking, they are all on the bubble, meaning they can easily pushed off by anyone racing better. And so Roxy Joni says, I'm going to continue. Even with 94.0 points in his best series, says, I'm not done yet. I have to hold on. He wants to definitely get this done. And Bartlett Bricks, I haven't seen him on the scoreboard, obviously just joined the regatta, and he's doing the best that he can to come up there, and he just did with the first place. Awesome.
And to info, we're going to take this 1 out of 10 server. The basic rule is when we're doing random races, the first 1 out of 10 server we're seeing is the one we're joining in and watching. So 3 out of 10 coming up. So Norman, amazing to see these top players, and Bartlett Bricks, 49er sailor in real life, part of the World Championship. I think he came 4th, as I remember, in Bermuda. But he's back in the race, and he's at the same time he's fighting to come to the Olympics in the 49er class also.
Right. He has 2 more options, 2 more races to go, official races to be able to qualify. I think he has to be 8th or best in one of those international competitions to be able to qualify. And that's the rule of the Dutch Federation to be able to join the Olympics.
Yeah. But let's see how it's going here in the next server coming up. This is the one with there it's going 9 out of 10. And we have a lot of new players in there. Oh, a Spanish player, Danish player we have seen before. So let's see how that would turn out.
Right, exciting here.
Yeah, a small presentation. Harrison from Great Britain. We have Hoppy, he's from Germany. Mascalzone Sabino. I love his name. I've said that so many times. So he's coming in there from Italy. Rocco, he's from France. APC from Denmark. This is Maradoni, I'm pretty sure of that, from Great Britain. Moritz from Germany. YOLO from Iran? No, India. And then we have Hulva Luis from Spain. And
here we go. 14 seconds to go. You want to start foiling already. You want to try to get the start line. And boat 68, the British, is not Maradoni. That's not his number. I don't think so.
No, it's not.
4 seconds. You got to be really close. Boom, and off they go. Everybody did well.
Oh, full start for the British boat. Has to turn back. But let's see. Spain and Denmark and Germany in the lead. Rounding that mark, no penalties.
Yes, there's one right there. Ooh, Mascalzone gave a penalty to the Dutch boat APC.
Yeah,
and Harrison also fumbled back there. And that's how you do that. Such a critical point at the top right gate.
Yeah.
Reach.
But it's Spain in the lead. The Spanish team are doing it well, both in eSailGP and eSailGP. Then we have Moritz from Germany, YOLO, a penalty to Rocco from France, and the Dane is not giving up. The Vikings are underdogs in eSailGP, but they're coming strong in the EF50. So what to do, Norman?
What to do is sail your race, trying to get as much distance between tacks, go up, try to stay away from wind shadows. They do slow you down. Penalty right there to Mascalzone, given by Moritz Forster, I believe, the German.
Yeah.
Well done. Good racing. He didn't pay attention. You had to duck that one. And by these high speeds, if you have to duck someone, you lose easily 10, 20, 30 meters because of the speed. There we see it coming up again. Close calls on the starboard action here. Everything is well. The top Spanish guy, he knows definitely what to do. He's in a good position. If you look at the ley line, he's going to tack onto the ley line and going to be sailing straight up to the mark. Really well done. Then this black boat, that we look at the Italian right there, he's going to tack 2 more times before he's done. The other 2 guys, the Germans right there, and YOLO coming in, and they're going to tack as well onto the ley line or right above it. Well done, because the right boat has to track again because he tacked too early. So there's going to be some distance changing happen here.
And
close call right there,
the
penalty to YOLO.
Yeah, the rounding coming in, the Spanish boat coming first, but he's losing momentum to Germany. The German boat, Moritz coming in. Ranko back, a penalty to YOLO. And Mascalzone, not the best turning, hitting the mark, getting a penalty. So Denmark back in 4th. So it's all
see what happens? The German didn't have to tack twice, and all of a sudden, boom, he is in the lead because of that. Because the Spaniard had to tack twice because he tacked too early. So that was his mistake. Bad call right there. Big mistake, losing the lead. But now they're fighting for it. Look, he's coming back up. He had a better wind angle, and now the first and second, the German and the Spaniards are duking it out at the bottom gate here. Close call.
They're splitting up.
Moritz. You could have a chance there, but
this
now it's going to be tough.
I think this might be bad news for the Spanish skipper because they were splitting up. He's going to the right-hand side for us here. The German's going to the left-hand side. This means the Spanish boat needs to do an extra tack up there because see the trick here. Moritz, he can sail all the way into the hole where the starting line was and then tack up towards the starting line. So now it's all about the wind. What will happen? How will it shift?
We'll find out right now. The Spaniard also has the wind in his favor, meaning the windsock's going from right to left, so he gets the better wind angle to the course and still sailing with high winds. But then the German on the other side, he might have a chance. This is not over yet. My friend. Ooh, and look at that. He did the right thing. He really used every inch of this race course to be able to keep one more tack out of his way. So now he has to make this right thing because he did wrong earlier. Sail 2.
But it's going to be close, Norman. It's going to be very close. He has to go behind the German. So everything is open. Top 3, all of them can win it. And one thing I just observed this: every time you attack, you lose around 10 knots, and it takes around 12 seconds to get.
Here's the call right now. The Spaniard is going to have to right away. He is slightly faster. The German has to duck unless he does something really smart. The German got penalty. And both penalized. That means Roncho has the chance to come.
Roger coming in here. The French skipper are in the lead. He's taking it. So this time the Spanish boat, the Spanish F50, collide with the German. This means the French eSailGP team can actually sail into a victory. And they're rounding the mark. Rocco, he's the first, but it's still open. They all can win it. It's all about taking it. Moritz doing it wrong. The Spanish throwing dirty air. No, it's too late. But see here, Rocco. Moritz maybe losing it to YOLO. It's coming close. And, he just managed to keep 3rd. And Denmark in 5th, and a German coming in 6th in the last positions here. What a race.
What a race this was. Oh my goodness. And the Rancho guy sitting in 3rd throughout most of the race, just waiting for a mistake to happen. And guess what? Et voilà, it did happen.
Yeah.
Rancho 1st, 2nd, Hulva, La Luz, the Spaniard. 3rd is Moritz Foster, the German. Yolo, the Indian, in 4th. APC, the Danish, in 5th. Luda Hubi, the German, in 6th, and Harrison disqualified.
Yeah. And when we go in and see it here, what a race. Moritz from Germany had the best start. Ronchko from France, best average speed, best maximum speed. This doesn't mean he sailed the shortest distance. That was actually the Indian boat, but he didn't catch the wind. And he also did a lot of numbers of jibes. That's downwind actions. And we can see here when he's jibing, as we told in the data, every time you make a jibe or attack, you lose 10 knots and it takes 10 seconds to go back in maximum speed, and that's why he's not in a better position for sailing the shortest route in the game. But see here, on the finish line, the French skipper takes it from Spain and Germany. They are getting it, a penalty at the last top gate and losing it down. And
but look at Roncho's, like he was all the way on the 6th, and just every leg he kind of like scoot himself up, and boy, that is a really good example of how you can win this race from 6th position. Fantastic job. And the nerves are blank when you are racing for 1st and 2nd and you hit that top gate. That's it. I call it. That's up.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And we can see the first guys are riding in chat. It's the Willis the 7-1, the world champion himself. He's riding for fun. Now we're just waiting to see Asir, the vice champion, if he can do the same good result. So he's poking a little bit to the vice champion and the other top players to say, guys, you're not good enough. I am.
Yeah, and actually I chatted with him in the group chat of the VRI, the Virtual Regatta Inshore Sailing Club, and Asir was not able to log in. This is an information for all of you sailors out there. He had issues connecting to the server and he couldn't figure it out. And then the suggestion came from L1, clean or clear your cache out of your computer, clean out your cache. And as soon as he did, he was able to join the races again. So if you have that issue, clear your cache, see what happens.
And guys, remember, this 1 out of 10 server is the one we're going to watch. So that's the next one coming up. And after that one, we'll go to a small commercial break, because this is all about this fantastic new format, the eSailGP. What a race. Did you see it this weekend, Norman? Fantastic races.
Yes, I watched it. I was quite stoked about it. I got to say, the Brits, man, Ben Ainsley, what a racer, what a skipper, and he just held that thing down to the max. I mean, 4 wins and 1 third. Jesus, hard to beat. And there we go, Cruisolator.
I can see the top players are with us tonight. They really want to see themselves. So let's get in game and watch how it's going. Small presentation. He disconnected while we're going to present. We have Ellipse from Switzerland, Cruisolator from Spain. Hey, he's also a good player from Italy. Yeah. Bandito from Spain. Duranco, we have seen him a lot of time, as I remember, Peru. Then we have Sail TS from Italy and Baldwin from the United States coming in.
So 3 top racers right there. The Spaniard, the Italian, and another Spaniards. Those 3 will definitely have a fun middle moment on this racetrack. 12 seconds to go. Got to be in the right position. When you come from the left side, you have the option of being able to lift people up. If you come from the right, you're faster. You have a better angle to the mark.
Whoosh.
So here we go.
2
Spaniards are leading, and Cruisolator
and Bandito
in the top.
Bandito and Cruisolator, 2 top players in the lead, and they're splitting a little bit up, followed by Baldwin, Duranco coming in, hey, Ellipse, and a bad start for the Italian boat. See Baldwin losing momentum there with the win. But let's follow what's happening at the first gate mark, the Spanish side by side.
Really nice race. One's going to take the near side, another one going to the top side. Boom. It's going to be a tough race, and then you want to go to the left side as well. And the near side is going to be hey, and tacking over all the way. So he's taking a different angle to the course. There's all kinds of options that you can choose when you do this first mock rounding here.
Yeah. But let's see. I think Cruisolator, he's currently in 2nd position according to server. But and Bandito is coming in starboard tack. Let's see. It's very close. Cruisolator going behind, but Cruisolator is going to do 1 tack lesser than Bandito, so that might be in his favor when they're
but look at the wind, Thomas. Look at the wind. Cruisolator might be sailing into lesser tack, but light winds, whereas Bandito sitting in higher winds. And if you have higher winds on this boat, it's going to show your knots are going up. So he's in a better position, and he has a good angle to the next ley line. So Bandito looking really strong in this position, as well as high. So those two have a chance to only tag one more time, where Crucilator has attacked twice. Yeah. Ooh, maybe not. Take it back. Take it all back, Norman.
Yeah, the wind is shifting in favor of Crucilator. He's coming in starboard tack. Bandito under pressure. Hey, side by side. Just managed to come in front. Crucilator caught in a sandwich. It's a close one.
Somebody's going to test. Crucilator is screwed if he does. Hey is so nice to them. Oh my goodness.
Bandito tagging away. That's a hard one to do. He's losing momentum. See how slow he came around, dropping to third. Lost 110 meters. And the last group also coming in very close to each other. But let's follow top three. That's the interesting battle here. It's a battle for the win we are interested in. Hey, Italy in the lead. Crucilator second. Bandito third.
I want to say that is such a great salesmanship right there from Hey, not penalizing either or the other. He was really, really nice. He could have easily penalized any one of them. And they said, no, we're just racing here without killing each other. That is some interesting and beautiful sportsmanship. And here they are coming down to the bottom gate. Hey is our favorite. Crucilator is following closely. Penalty to Crucilator running into the mark.
Yeah. Bandito taking over the position, but the penalty is almost over. So counting for Crucilator. Now the penalty is over, so he needs to capture the wind, and he needs to speed up. So he's dropping to third. Bandito in second. Hey in the lead at the moment. Is it going to be an Italian victory over the Spanish team? Let's see what happens in the EF50.
Wonderful. We're also looking back, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. We have Juancho, Baldwin, CLTS, and Ellipse just still racing, but the lead is up front. The fun part is up front. I mean, 3 excellent sailors really making everybody's life difficult. Crucilator back in second, even with his penalty. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say who's going to win this because I do not know. This is not over. Remember last race? The French car came in because of somebody made a mistake on top. So let's find out how these guys will face this race.
And in the EF50, being in front with 160 meters is not good enough. You can still lose it. We have seen it time by time. Crucilator in second, Bandito in third. Well to go by Crucilator. Hey from Italy in the lead. Let's see what happens. The rounding is so crucial.
Yeah, plenty of space, smart move. He's not going to lose this one. But the question is, Crucilator coming around with enough space around that mark. That mark is very difficult to round. If you come too close, you get penalized. So, Hey is going to run with this. Unless he's hitting the mark, the reaching mark, everything is fine. Here we come in. Juancho coming in 4th, Baldwin in 5th. And then the CLTS, the Italian last. There we go.
Hey first, good roundings. He's going to win. Crucilator go in for second. Bandito for third. Impressive that Crucilator could come back after that penalty. Normally we see in this level when it's top players like this, they will never be able to come back against another top player. But Crucilator just killed it. So
wonderful. And then Baldwin did a mistake at the top mark and the LTS passed him. That's what happens. I watched that happen in the background. Yeah. So the American Baldwin, and another penalty right there. You saw how close he was to the mark. Guarantee you guys, close mark racing in this eSailGP is not going to help you at all. You're going to get penalized. I've tried it 10 times. I've complained 10 times, and I have to learn stay far away from the marks, and you have a chance to win this race.
Yeah. So a win for Italy. Hey. He's winning it. Crucilator from Spain in second. And a bonus info about that player is he was part of the World Championship 2018. He had to decline to go to Bermuda in 2019 because he was getting married that day where the World Championship was. So he couldn't push his wife out of the church. Then Bandito in third. Duranko in fourth. CLTS in fifth. Then we have Baldwin in sixth. And we have a French skipper was disqualified. And watching the stats, best start for Crucilator, Hey, best average speed Crucilator, best maximum speed, sailed the shortest distance, that was Hey, and that's why he won. But one interesting thing here, he was also the player doing the greatest numbers of jibes. And normally that's very costly in this race, but because Cruiserator and Bandito both make penalties, he actually survived that number of jibes. So,
let's take a look at the next stat, because it tells you right there, if you don't mind going next over. That is right there what tells us. And Hey dropped all the way to 5th and then came back in the 3rd leg at the 4th. And then the penalty happens between Bandito and Cruiserator, and he came into 1st and he stayed and he never gave it up. Yeah, that's how crucial that is, guys. Any penalties, and that's what I said. Fantastic start and no penalties. And if you're able to do that, you have a chance like Hey winning against the best in the fleet.
Yeah. Guys, we'll be back in around 2 minutes. We'll just go to a small commercial break. I hope you're enjoying the EF50 and what we're seeing here. We're going to be here for the next hour, so don't worry. We have a lot of time to see yourself. But this is also what it's all about, SailGP.
3, 2, 1. A brand new sailing adventure.
1 minute 35. What are you thinking? 8, 7, flag it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like they're gone. No, the tip of the wing is in the water.
It doesn't get any more extreme than that.
Right on it, straight over the top of Japan, and he's very close once again. Draper just getting thrown out of his position there.
Still plenty to play for him. Here we go, boys.
They are coming down here in an absolute beauty of a gust.
GBR's capsized.
It's time to get up and party. Australia is the 2019 SailGP champion.
And guys, welcome back in studio. This is Norman, Wind Whisperer, and Thomas Bjørn-Luthi from eSailing TV. And we are here today with SailGP, the eSailGP. And it's the first whole year campaign in Virtual Regatta Inshore. 1 year playing and qualifying for this fantastic game. So, Norman.
And we're watching only random races, guys, and it's as exciting as it would be a final. So, so many great races out there, and you learn from them so much. So I'm glad you're all watching and having a chance to learn from the best, as well as from people that we don't know.
We're going to watch this 10 out of 10 server that is just beside us coming up here. So let's see who's that in there. New players coming up. So let's go in and watch that one. And one thing I just saw, Norman, since we have been live, more than 189 players has joined in the game and played it again. So, Exorcists from Great Britain, Morse Lines, he's from Switzerland, Matt from France, Astus from France, Ossi Hammer from Germany, Ispan 25-3 from Spain, Tomboy from Italy, Sebastian, he's from Peru, A France from France, and Miller Boat from Italy.
I wonder if the Ostsee Hammer is one of your neighbors, since you're living close to the Ostsee, huh?
I'm pretty sure he's from Kiel, as I remember, so let's see how it will go from him.
And look at this point right there. If you're on the left side and you have this, you can luff everyone up because you're on the right way. He does, and he gave the penalty. Exorcist just, who is this, Exorcist? No, Mauro Lassalini.
Ostsee Hammer with a penalty. 4 penalties, Norman, in the pre-start. That's very costly. This means Morse Lines in the lead. Sebastian in second, Astus in third, Miller Boats coming in, and A France, and they're all the penalized boats coming in.
Right. But the Swiss boat knew exactly what to do. He came from that left side, luffed everyone up, penalties, stays up front, in first, going around the bottom gate,
yeah.
Penalty.
2 penalties for the French skippers, one for hitting the mark and one for hitting one of the other boats. And that's costly. A penalty means 11 seconds slowdown. And in the EF50, luckily for them, it's upwind. And a second penalty there. So unlucky, just coming out of it and getting a new one by the Exorcist. So an upwind penalty is not that costly as a downwind. A downwind penalty, it's goodbye.
But in most cases, boy, you get a penalty, you really have to be lucky with any kind of wind shifts that might be in your favor to come back. But look at this, the Exorcist, Tomboy
sailed into the Exorcist. He just managed to straighten up the line. So Tomboy from Italy is getting the penalty. But see, Sebastian in the opposite side from Peru, he's in the lead. And he did one tag.
Good.
Yeah, but let's go over to him and watch. Ossi Hammer in third. He got a penalty in the start and are in third. So the German also wants to be in the top battle.
And the Swiss and the Peruvian right there, that's going to be a close call. What is he going to do? Oh, tacking away. Okay, that's a good call because they both have to tack anyway. And now the German's coming up and he's going to give a little bit of problem to the Swiss guy. Watch this. Nah. Okay, too much distance here. Close racing here once again. Oh, what are they going to do?
He's going to hit the mark. There's going to be... Oh, he's in the inside. Whoa, what a turn. Sebastian, and what a penalty for sailing into the switch guy. More lines. Well done. This means Ossi Hammer from Germany are in second. And a penalty also behind. It's the Exorcist giving out his 4th penalty in this race already. Maybe he's scaring them away.
Well, Exorcist, it tells you what it does. He's exercising people left and right. He's doing a fine job. So if you see him on the course, stay away from him because he knows what to do to penalize you. Tough racer. He might ruin your race. But again, the Swiss in the lead, the German right following in the better angle because the Swiss has to kind of like tack again or jive, I'm sorry. And then he goes to the right side, near side of the screen. And then the German goes to the far side of the screen. Boom. And also the Sebastian follows him. So that's going to be the battle for second and third.
But who did the best turn here? Who did the best one, Norman? The switch or the two others? Ossi Hammer.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I think the Swiss knew what he was doing there. He's in a higher wind. He chose the higher wind side. So a couple more inches in the lead. And
I think what we have to win, like we have to win socks here to win intelligence. He got the wind over the side right at the moment, but he also had the long distance towards the other boundary. He's going into that hole of the starting line and the finish line. So he tacks one time lesser than the Ossi Hammer. He needs to tack 2 more times. So if he's doing this right, let's see what he's doing. Yeah, he is. Yeah, let's see. There will be a wind
shift.
shift.
The Swiss has attacked twice as well. Yeah. So now the German has the higher winds. Watch him close the distance right there. More wind, 60, 68, 64, 62, 60. He's coming closer and closer. And both of them have to tack one more time, as well as the other boats. This race is far from being over. This is going to be called right at the top mark.
The Swiss is doing one mistake. He needs to be tacking in front of Ossi Hammer. Instead of he's going all the way to the ley lines and tacks in. Ossi Hammer coming in starboard tack.
And the Swiss tack too early. He has to slow down tremendously. He's going to lose a lot of speed.
And penalty, hitting the mark.
And penalty. Oh, no.
So Ossi Hammer coming from a penalized start and now in the lead, running for the reach mark in the lead. It's amazing he's coming back in this race. He must be very happy about this race. From 6th to the lead, and he will win if he's not hitting that mark. Let's see what happens here.
And look at the Exorcist coming from all the way from the back. Now in third, is going to take this third. Is he going to?
He's going to take second. He's attacking. He's trying to catch Wind Shadow to Morse line. He's doing it. Wind Shadow, we need to see it from the side. It's the Swiss second, Great Britain third, Sebastian coming in 4th. And then we have the French skippers coming in. And in the end, the Italians having a little bit siesta there, or just having some Prosecco and having fun.
Too much pasta, dragging the boat.
They're coming in. And let's see the scoreboard. It's coming up here. What a race by the German Ossi Hammer. That is fantastic to say in German. Ossi Hammer. It's really great.
The East Baltic hammer. That's it.
So, and then we have Morse Lines in second, Exorcist in third. We have Sebastian from Peru in 4th, and the 2 French and the 2 Italians in the last positions. And see the difference in points. Ossi Hammer getting 100 points, second place getting 17 points, third place 53 points. So it's really costly if you're losing on the finish line.
The Swiss made the mistake of tacking too early onto the ley line. Then he had to dodge the mark, and that particular mark on the top right has a huge penalty circle. And if he hit it so hard that he got penalized. He lost the game, coming to second. And that mark up there, the top right side, is the most dangerous turn. You have to leave a lot of space around that penalty mark to get around it. He tacked too early, I would say a second too early, cost his game. Done. Over.
But see here the stats. The switch Morse lines with the best start, X assist, best average speed. But Ossie Hammer sailed the shortest distance. That might be the reason why he won. But he also won because of the penalties in the top. But he sailed the shortest distance, and that's a very important part in these fast boats. But see this here. He's coming from behind, getting a penalty in the start. Not the best first gate button roundings, and then he fought his way back up and took the win.
I love it, Thomas. I mean, look at these lines, and you can tell how exciting this race is. Till the last mark, nothing has been told, and then it happens. Great racing you're watching here. Great evidence that eSailGP and Virtual Regatta really created a fun, exciting game for all of you to play. Boy, I'm glad to be part of this. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, it's fantastic when we are seeing these results they're doing here, this also makes it much funny to commentate. And hello to Adrian Gordon. He's sitting in Australia. He's part of the eSailGP Inspire program. Just finished in it. So Adrian, if you want to join in, I know you're really interested in seeing yourself. Then we're taking the first 1 out of 10 server coming up. So not this 7 out of 10. So the next server creating is the server we are going to take. There it is.
Aiden is a really avid, called the Muck on the water, and he's a great sailor, young kid. He's in Sydney right now, working with the EF50s in the reality world. And great guy, great kid, high school student. Love this guy. And always a great supporter of eSailing TV. So thanks, Aiden.
Yeah. So 8 out of 10 coming up here. That's the server we're going to take, Norman. And let's see who's in there. 2 more spots left. 10 out of 10. It's full up. So let's see. And we can see suddenly people are watching and listening to us. So another server coming up pretty fast. But 10 out of 10. Let's see who's with us in this race. And it's coming up, and it's going to be. I'm pretty sure we're going to have more really tight, funny races today because they're really doing a great job. There we go. So a Greek, a Felix Superman, Gemcast, Full Sails, Espan. One more top race coming up. This is not for fun. We are streaming tonight. It is all the top players showing off. This is Monkey and Black from United States. Greek 2120 from Greece. Friends 16916 is Span 696. Sympatone from Spain. Felix Superman from Denmark. Gemcast from Great Britain is Span 1731, the winner of the Bakulana campaign. South Wales 60 and Full Sails Estonia coming up.
Extremely great racers on this course, and again, 10 seconds to go. You better be at the right position. Look at that boat all the way to the left right there, holding his spot too slow. He has to be way faster. He's past it. So I think bingo.
Oh, a penalty, false start to his Span 1731. Felix Superman and Sympatone in the lead, and Felix on the inside. This is exciting news.
Jam casting around that mark also well done, holding the space. Everybody comes around, and last is Mockleen Black, the American.
And a penalty to French boat for going outside of the boundary, pushed out by the Estonian boat Full Sails. But Felix Superman, Denmark, with Holger Danske, the Viking on his sail, in the lead.
Wow, look at the go around. Really close field right there. No penalty to Bose. How did that happen?
Full Sails with a penalty, not a penalty to his Span, but Full Sails for hitting the mark. And opposite, the Greek boat also hitting the mark. But Gemcast in third, Felix Superman in the lead, and Sympatone from Spain in second. But see, Span 1731, he is in trouble. He is in 7, so let's see if he can come back up. He's one of the top players. But see how close this fleet is, Norman. It's very close.
It's super tight racing. And we're looking again, always take a look at the wind angles and the wind shadows, meaning the darker field of the water. If you sail to the left, it seems like on this race course, specifically in Sydney, the left side has always the favored wind. Always to keep an eye on that. But these two boats right there, France, Surbiton, Felix Superman, lots of wind shadow now. Is he going to hold that? That's going to be tough for Simbaton because he's going to slow down slightly, and the rest is coming from the other side. We're looking at Jamcast in third. He's in a good position, but the Danish and Spaniards are in the lead for sure, and then the wind is against him. Okay.
Felix coming in with attack. A pretty hard tack, but nice done by him. Good tack. Simbaton a little bit slower. But let's see. It's Felix losing momentum.
Having to duck that top gate to make sure he doesn't come out.
This means spans 9-6 coming in. Penalty to Gemcast for being too aggressive on Simbaton. A penalty to his span 1731. And also full sails. This means that we have 5 boats left in the lead. There is going to battling it. But it's Felix Superman.
I think Felix kind of like took this one now because he's such a good lead right now. I don't think he's going to give this up. Simbaton tacked over, or Espan tacked over too early. It means he has to tack twice. You don't do that. Jamcast is trying to hold a space, is sailing into lighter winds. Felix is in the best position. He's going to do a 360, is he? A 180, I mean? Yep, totally 180 coming around. And Simbaton is doing a 90-degree tack. Here we chive up. Everything is good. Clear. Southwell just got penalized. Oh, no. Oh, that was just a quick hello. No penalty. Everything is good. But Felix in the lead, 50 meters, throwing some dirty air. He is going to win this race unless we know what happens at the top gate.
But there's only 54 meters in between the two. But another attack from Simbaton, taking a chance to going away from Felix Superman. And that might have cost him the chance to get back in this race. But Felix also
is covering him.
Yeah.
Felix is covering him to say, nope, I'm not going to let you have that side with the more wind and the better wind angle coming your way. So he's did the same thing, adding attack to it, and he's going to throw himself right over it. Boom.
And when we're watching this fantastic race, see the age difference. We know some of the players here. Felix Superman, a youth sailor from Denmark. Gemcast, I have to say, he's in his good age, sitting in London. So it's really varies in age here, so everybody can play this fantastic game. But let's see here. Felix Superman coming. Simbaton losing his second now. The French skipper and the Spanish boat coming up and taking it. So Simbaton in fourth now. Wow.
Well, because he did the extra tack, and so did Felix Superman. They both lost distance. Felix was smart enough to say, I have enough to do that. But the other boats came up, right there. Penalty to French boat by Simbaton. I know it is.
But
starboard action.
But it's too late. See Gemcast coming in, going to the right-hand side, Simbaton to the left-hand side. This means.
But look at France and Espan, both of them have penalties. Simbaton comes back into second.
Yeah, but let's see. It's very close. No, it's going to be very close. Let's see that rounding. Gemcast in the lead, also in the battle for third, fourth, and fifth. French boat coming in, penalizing his span. Gemcast on the inside. Gemcast taking third. Oh, it's going to be very close for the third. It's a win for Felix. Second to Simbaton, but who's getting third? A penalty to the French skipper taking a chance. Gemcast third, the Greek boat fourth. What an ending. And see the French skipper here lost everything and lost the race.
Totally lost it. He was in good position, but I guess he did not want to take that second place. Yeah. Great job by Felix Superman for sure. Fantastic job by Simbaton coming in second, saving that second space. Jamcast was patient, came back after he was far behind into third. Well done. The Greek guy never showed up in first. And then these last three racers really messed up their races. The Spaniard SPS 6.96 in fifths, and then Espan 1731 seventh.
And see the stats here. Simbaton, best start. But Felix Superman had the best average speed. But Gemcast sailed the shortest distance. But see, one of the reasons Simbaton couldn't hold the lead is the largest number of jibes he did. He did 8 in total.
Yeah, he had also penalties. I think there's 2 penalties in there.
Yeah, we can see here where he penalized at the bottom gate. That's mark number 5. He got a penalty. No, that's the top mark. Got a penalty, but came back into it. So amazing he could that. And Gemcast sneaking up in third just on the finish line. So way to go, way to go. Fantastic races, Norman, again.
That is, again, another example of how exciting this race is. And imagine if you're sailing it right now and you're trying to be in your first place and trying to get a good score. I guarantee you, my first race, yesterday, I think when it started, I ran and I won the first race, and I actually had 2 big sailors with me. My heart was pounding so hard, my adrenaline was kicking. I had to take a break for 20 minutes to get off that.
So, to all of you watching, we are not taking this 6 out of 10 server. We're going to take the first 1 out of 10 server coming up. So that's the one we're going to take. So we're waiting for this server to generate. So all of you have a lot of time to go in. Now it's 10 out of 10. So the next server coming up is the server we are going to take. And there it is, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. And that's the rule on eSailing TV when we're doing random races. Whoa, boom, it was full up, Norman.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So, bingo, it's going fast. People, 3, 4, 5 servers on. So we really love this one. So 10 out of 10 coming up. And let's see who's with us in this race. I can see we have a very active Adrian Gordon, the mock in the chat. Join me, follow me, find me. But that's not the rule on eSailing TV. We're taking the 1 out of 10 server.
Gotta give it Aiden that I do that with Aiden. I find him and I race with him. And
but we see Felix Superman in this one. But this is the 10 out of 10 we're going to see. So let's see who's in that. So it's coming up, Norman, and it has been very exciting tonight to see these fleet races really doing a great job. Oh, he's in there, and he has the Danes with him, so he's on the troubles. The Danes are coming against him. Let's have a presentation from Turkey, a boat 5-7, and it's a registered boat. Then we have Thomas Bells, he's from France. Adrian Gordon, he's there. The guy in the chat from New Zealand, Ramblet 100 from Australia. IOM Croatia, from Croatia. Ninja Rasmus from Denmark. Bibito from Brazil. APC Denmark. And let's say Achum from France. If we say it with speed, it sounds cool. Achum. So there we go.
That's the number. 15 seconds off we go to the start line. Foiling start. You have to be in a good position. You got to just time it right. You don't want to be too early. You don't want to be late. Aiden got a penalty. Look at that. That's going to be tough. 3 seconds.
He's going to be behind from the start. So there, and he's cheering on the British. A false start to Thomas, and he sails it to Aiden and give him another penalty. But it's Denmark in the lead. It's APC coming first. Second place, the Turk, Ninja Rats from Denmark, and Achum coming in fourth. And there, Aiden coming in sixth. A penalty to Achum.
Penalty to Achum by Ninja. Not one of those exorcist guys, Ninja, trying to kill these people. Don't do that. APC still in the lead quite well. And split course between the boat of Turkey and the APC from Denmark. Third is Ninja. Fourth is Aiden. Third and Aiden now.
Aiden giving a penalty to Ninja, and Ninja losing momentum, going upwind. See what happens. He has to turn that boat. It looks like the first season of eSailGP when we saw the Chinese boat in San Francisco suddenly come to a mark, losing momentum and sail 5 knots instead of 23 knots. See, it's very close here in the lead. The Dane, can he hold it? There we go.
This race is not over. APC did not seem to be a good racer when we saw him in earlier races, I think 3-4 times ago. The Turkish boat have never seen. IOM seems to be holding a spot, and Aiden trying really hard to hold his spot. He's a good sailor, guys. He knows what he's doing on the real water as well as in this game. He has a problem with a Rambler coming. Oh, Rambler tacked, so he's lucky he doesn't get that in his tail. And he oversteered his best VMG. That's going to lose the meters.
Yeah, but he got also a little bit more speed into it, so maybe it was tricksy. He's 2 knots faster than IOM. So maybe he's not using best VMG. Let's see the angle. No, he's not using best VMG. He has an angle of 44 degrees, and the Croatian boat has a 46 degrees. So Aiden trying to catch some more speed and sailing a little bit longer distance to get in a better position. APC first.
But watch. He's going to run, slow down. Is he going to get penalized? Nope.
He just hit it. This means the Turkish boat, IOM and Aiden coming up. The Dane hit the mark, too slow around it and hit it. So dropping to third and will drop to fourth.
So that mark on top right is such a big rounding that you have to make. It's not fair, but if you don't know it by now, that's what's happened. APC too unlucky from first to fourth. In the lead, the Turkish boat. I am in second, and then Aiden in third. He's gonna come down in a good angle. Tight racing. APC coming now with a lot of speed. Where is he getting that speed from? Oh my goodness.
He capturing the win, so he's back in the top.
Penalty.
And a penalty to the Croatian boat in the battle against the Turkish. This means APC are back in third, Aiden in second. What a race where they're switching positions all the time. It's hard to call who's winning this one. See the battle in the opposite side. The Dane and the Croatian are battling each other. And it looks like the Dane is losing it. Let's see it. Oh, how close they are. Very close battle. So let's see how it's going.
Now we have this thing between the Turkish and Aiden, the Australian. They're going to have a battle for first and second. And Aiden tacks over early to keep free of him. Probably good enough to get a good angle to the next ley line, where the Turkish boat continue on that. Here, APC is going to have a trouble again with Ninja. Just having to duck it. More distance given.
But I think it's a good trick by Aiden, because he wants to be in starboard tack when he's... He's going back now. That was an extra attack. That was too early, my young friend. The Turk, he will get some meters on this one. See, 20, 24, 26, 27, 28 meters he won because Aiden made a tack.
Yeah, but watch. Aiden looks at the ley lines. He now can tack over, and he is in a really good position with the wind angle on his side. He might get some trouble, though, from IOM coming there.
But he's dropping down. IOM will penalize him. No, IOM is too polite. I had gone after Aiden and take a chance there. So Aiden coming around the mark here, but it's a win for the Turkish boat. Aiden cannot do anything about that, so he tacked too early in that battle. REM in third at the moment, Rambler, APC, Ninja Raz, and Achum coming in.
Right. Very close race. Well done by the Turkish boat, going around the bottom reach, into the reach. Broad reach, and then Aiden coming here in second. Well done as well, considering he was penalized in the beginning. IOM held his space in third. Rambler out of nowhere in fourth right now, where the rest, the two Danish, APC and Ninja, they have done so much battling. Penalties left and right. Bummer for APC losing that. Coming in fifth the way this looks. And Achum is still Achuming somewhere in the back, meters behind.
So again, a really good race, developing very, very, very good because of all these battles and all these penalties and all these chances the skippers was taking. A Turkish win, Aiden Gordon in second, IOM in third, Rambler in fourth, APC in fifth, and Ninja Raz in sixth. And then we can see APC with the best start. He was in the lead the most of the race, and then he got a penalty. Aiden,
great start. 0.2 of a second at the start line. My goodness. Yeah. Talk about good timing.
But IOM sailed the shortest distance. That's why he was so close of taking off Aiden up there. And Aiden with 2 penalties and still getting second. That's also an impressive result. Let's see there. See APC in the lead until the fourth mark. And let's calculate. That's the last bottom gate mark. There he lost his lead, got penalized, and then it was all goodbye and he couldn't come back in the race. And that means the Turkish boat and Aiden went up and took the next positions. So great job by the guys there. Great job by the guys. So
Thomas, fantastic racing again. This is every race that we've so far seen is tremendously exciting. So many changes happening in the lead. It's not like I'll take it all. Fantastic, Thomas.
Yeah, it's really
great concept. Continue.
Yeah,
let's take another one.
This is a fantastic boat to see. 5,075 skippers has played the qualifier, and just to say, it's registered skippers. It's not just random skippers coming in from the street. This is registered skippers trying to qualify to the top 8. And guys, we're going to take one more race before we're going on a small commercial break. We're not going to take this 9 out of 10, but the rule is the first 1 out of 10 server coming up is the one we're taking. So it's coming in 2 seconds.
Big news, my friend. You got to go and take a look at the scoreboard.
Oh, the drum
Big
is up.
news.
Lucas Moore, Denmark. Oh, that's a hot one. That's one of the eSailing TV guys in the top.
Yes.
And I also have to say, number 3 is also one of my commentators in eSailing TV. And number 6, he's living 300 meters away from our main broadcast station, eSailing TV. So, and see Bartlett Briggs we saw, he's only in 10th. We will go back to that after a break. So congratulations to Lucas Moore. We are going to take this 10 out of 10 in the middle. That was the first coming up. So let's take that when it's ready. And let's go in and watch that. And congratulations to Danish Lucas Moore to be in the lead over the world champ Villes de 7-1. That's impressive.
That is impressive. Those guys are super duper guys on the water. And you can see it right here. Being 21 races, 13 wins. Bingo. There it is.
And there we have Clark with us, one of the top 8 guys. And Jose. So all of them coming in. So let's get ready for this battle here. Let's have a presentation. We have Dobbs, he's from Australia. Costo Stroh, he's from New Zealand. Lim Flyer from Great Britain. Clark 1, 2, 3, Denmark. Sønderborg, Denmark. Hørup, how just to say it, it's where we are placed. Matt from France. Villan Tupiano from Italy. Well, good player. Then we have a Japanese, Jujindo. And then we have Astush Sidney from France and Jose from Spain. This is interesting.
And Clark is in 6th right now in the position of overall. So he's still trying to hold his position amazingly. Raising more. Here we go. 10 seconds to go. Look at that left boat. Really screaming up front. Good position. Having all the right away he needs.
So Jose with a penalty. And it's Clark in the lead. So Clark is continuing. Oh, a penalty to Matt from France. So let's see. The Dane is coming in. Clark from Denmark, 1, 2, 3 in the lead. Actus, 2 French guys. Lim, the Japanese, and Jose got a penalty in the start. So he is in last position at the moment. See, there he's coming in. But amazing job.
Well done right now by Clark for sure. Coming to the bottom gate, taking the right side, the near side of the screen, going to the right. Boom. No split screen up. The Astus going over there. Valentiano coming around as well. Good thing. Penalty to Castro and Jose, and penalty to Lindflyer as well. Okay, top mark right now. We're looking at the Japanese being in the lead. Closely, not now, lost it to Clark back in first. The 3 white boats. Follow those. That's the game.
It's
right
a
there.
close call. Japanese boat in starboard. Clark in front of him, just going into in between the French guy, Villan Tupiano. He's actually Italian, but he's sitting in Austria. Guys, we know all the players that's really in top level. He's in 4th at the moment, but Clark 1, 2, 3. He had been playing the game for 2 years, but first start playing it again 4 weeks ago when the Danish Sailing Federation said they were going to do a Danish championship in it and joining the world ranking list. And since then, he has been in the top.
He's going to cut that corner really close, and he knows how to do that. Look, no penalty, driving through it.
Villan Tupiano also, Good job.
So that's going to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd because the Japanese in a really good wind angle now coming up. He's going to be on port side.
He's going to have a penalty. Oh, so close. He just managed to go behind.
Has to try the attack again because the wind angle just played a game on him. So he has to attack one more time. Where the Japanese now having the lead.
Because good job by Clark.
This game ain't over. Astos having to squeeze around it, hit the mark because of the close.
But let's see
over
here.
And over.
Clark, 44-45. The Japanese 45. Clark, he's jibing in. The same thing the Japanese boat is doing. 45.3. The Japanese boat is faster than the Danish. No, he's 2 knots slower now. 3 knots slower than the Danish boat. So Clark speeding up. But 50 meters is nothing in this game. Let's see here.
Super nice. Both are taking the split side again. Going around it. Looking like Clark has more wind on the left side. Valentiano following the same lead. The French boat coming now around it on the other side. another split. But the top, the two white boats, the Danish and the Japanese, going to have a fun little race right there. 60 meters. Japanese coming up now.
Watch
What's gonna
Villeneuve.
happen?
He's only 50 meters in behind the Japanese boat. So,
So close.
yeah, they are. So cool. And I just have to say in the chat, welcome to Duval Bosma, one of the top Dutch players also joining us in tonight. So let's see how that will go. And he asked you to sing a song, Norman, and I ask you not to do it. So Clark 1 in the lead. Sushido Shundindo in second. It's 64, 30 of 34.
This is going to be tough because the Japanese boat doesn't have to tack again at all, whereas Clark will have to tack, and he's on port side. So that might be. We'll find this. Oh, this is going to be.
The wind just shifted again. So it's the Japanese in the lead. He's coming starboard tack, Clark. He just managed to go in front of him there. Whoosh.
And watch out, too close to the mark, you get penalized. Also on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Good call, Clark. He's going to take this win. Is he? I think he's strong enough. He knows what to do when he comes to the bottom reach to stay close away from that. And so the Japanese boat, well done. Great race right here.
Whoosh, just all the way to the boundary. No penalties giving to none of them. And Villeneuve from Italy coming with speed. It's going to be a Danish win, a second to Japan, a third to Italy.
Right, and there's the French guy, Sidney, coming in force, coming around the mark now. Well, Valentine actually hit the mark. Is he going to get through this?
He can lose it. He can still lose it to the French. Let's see it. It's going to be a close one. No, he's taking it.
Close call. Seconds. Okay, and then we have the Australian Darps coming through, the Italian Astus, and Jose, surprisingly, in last.
That's a top player from Spain in last. Normally we don't see that. That's impressive again. See that result here.
Clark in first, Tsuchido in second, Vela Tipiano in third, Sidney 2 and 4th, Darps in 5th, Astos in 6th, and Jose in 7th. Well done.
And see Clark, best start, best average speed, but he didn't sail the shortest distance. That was the Japanese boat. That's why he came into this exciting battle here. And none of them got a penalty, so that's also amazing. But see Clark in the lead from start to the end. But the Japanese boat not with the best start and forced his way back in. So actually the best race was made by the Japanese, but well defended by Clark.
Very close. He could have easily lost that one. He did one extra tack at the upwind, and that almost cost him his win. But well done, Clark. The Danish know what he's doing. And exciting for us to commentate because it's like, oh, what's going to happen?
Yeah. And while we're speaking about all these stats and all this, when you're watching SailGP, they invented this fantastic SailGP app where you can follow the races, see all the stats in it, and it's amazing to see. Guys, go in if you love SailGP, download the app, join it in. And also, if you want to see the final live, then it's shown on the app on Tuesday. And welcome back in studio. Norman, this fantastic app. And we can just say with a huge amount of proudness from our side, if you want to watch the qualifier final of eSailGP, this top 8 that's coming in here, they are going to battling out in a close qualifier, 3 races back to back, and the winners goes in top 2, number 1 and 2 goes into a match race. Then you can watch it on the SailGP app. A lot of other cool features coming in there, but that's cool. But
so you have another 13 hours and 45 minutes to go to beat the top 8 here and come into that final on Tuesday. and having a chance to be racing or actually sitting on the actual F-150, the F-50, I'm sorry, and sailing with them in Holland, isn't it? In Denmark?
It's Denmark. It's in Denmark. If you're winning the grand final, you're coming to in Copenhagen. So that's up. Right now, from Denmark, Lucas Moore is leading with best series score of 100 after 21 races. World champion Villis the 7-1, Filippo Lanfranci, best series score of 100. Havuk in third, Luka Koslovic in fourth, Strip Coach in fifth, Clark 123 Denmark in sixth, Cruisulator in seven, Italian 51 in eight. So Roxidioni, Botland Bricks just outside of it, and it's tightening up. 13 hours, 45 minutes left to do your best series score. And while saying that, this is the last race we're going in for tonight. The first 1 out of 10 server coming in. It's not this 2 out of 10 server. We're going to take the first 1 out of 10 server when that's the rule of e-sailing. So Norman, what a pleasure. And what do you think we're going to watch in this last race? Because it's all crazy tonight.
If it continues the way it has been, we're going to watch some super duper racing, exciting starts, exciting finishes, and all exciting throughout the whole race. I mean, what else do you guys want? I mean, it's all right there. The 4 out of 10, I think, is our survey we're going to watch. And so if you're ready to watch yourself and are watching another exciting race, you're at the right channel, eSailing TV with Thomas and I. Thank you for watching, guys.
So 9 out of 10 coming up. That's the one we're going to take. I know Adrian Gordon is writing us in the chat. I'm in the game, but he's maybe not in that game, we are going to say, because this is the button left we are going to take. 10 out of 10 coming up. But see how many players here. It's amazing how many players and servers there's online. And
yeah, I
it's
dig it right now.
growing.
You can super duper just start a race and you just sit there for less than 30 seconds and the game starts. And I think that's such a nice thing that you don't have to wait for 10 minutes for a race to start. So having that many servers kicking in, wonderful, fun for us players and fun for our couple. And Aiden, lucky you'll be in it.
He was caught in this server, luckily for him. Let's have a presentation from Spain. Curo Valayo. I always love these new names. Caro Langers from Canada. Aiden Gordon, New Zealand. CDT from France. CU from France. A boat from Denmark. A French boat called Bourg Soleil. Captain Fracas, he's from Monaco. And then we have a Swedish boat with us.
All right, here we go. 20 seconds. Look at these two boats all the way to the left right there, trying to hold that luffing position. And there's another boat all the way out there that's in penalty zone. So 8 seconds, lots of luffing going on right there. Penalties.
And this, who's that? Oh, he penalized one of the others, did a false start, got a penalty, but it's Aiden Gordon in the lead. Will he end up winning a race tonight? He has been pressuring us to watch him all night, and last time we streamed. So let's see.
Here we go. Really good surrounding by them. Penalty to the Captain Frack. And CDT tried to hold his position. What is he doing? Waiting way too long to drive over. Aiden taking this one really nice. The Swedish boat in third right now. Off they go around the first down. Mark Howell Unger, the Canadian, good position. Penalty to the Swedish guy. Okay, that's how you lose the game.
Yeah.
Close call right there between CDT and the French boat ran into the CDT boat. So now he's going to go from fifth to third.
And
not.
it looks like the Canadian boat and Aiden Gordon are going to duke it out like a match race. They are mano up there. The other boats are so long behind that they really need to do something wrong up there or read the wind very bad so that they can come back. So let's watch the match race in the lead. Let's see how that will go.
I think Aiden is taking this one home because once he's in the lead, he usually doesn't give it up. So he knows what he's doing, and it's going to be good. But if the Canadian knows what he's doing, he might have a slight little chance. Here we go. CDD just tacked over. And on the other side, the yellow boat, the Swedish boat. On the other side, Gonna have a tough one coming around there because of the ley line being in the penalty zone.
But this is
That means he has
interesting.
to-
Is he hitting the corner or will he get a penalty now? Let's see.
He knows what he's doing.
He
Sailing right around it.
no, he got the penalty. He didn't do it the right way. He didn't find the spot. So a match race coming up. Aidan Gordon against Carol Langers from Canada. They are rounding the marks up here. Mano mano. Let's see what they're doing downwind. They're following each other. CDT is going to battle for third against Captain Frigas, and then we have the Swedish boat. Got that penalty for going outside of the boundary. Let's watch the two leading boats.
They are just doing what they're supposed to do. They're going to go. He's going to jive right now onto the ley line, center ley line. So he has options to go left or right at the bottom gate. And Carl Langer doesn't do anything different. He's just following. So with that strategy, you have no chance of gaining because you're just going to follow, and following a boat is not going to win it. So if he now chooses the other side, he is not.
Oh, penalty there. Hitting the mark. So Aidan Gordon, he can almost take a win if he's not doing any mistakes up there. So let's see what's happening behind them.
CDD coming around right now, also taking a far side mark, as well as the Swedish boat. Same thing. Everybody's doing the same thing, except is that the Swedish boat decides to do a 180, as well as Captain Frack. So in the lead, nothing changes, but Carl Anger now having to deal with the CDT boat. Is he? No, too far much distance. Okay. I think that's this is one of the races that I'm going to give to Aidan, clearly.
Yeah. This time we can say for first time tonight, we already have a winner in this race if he's not hitting a mark up there. So let's don't cast the commentator's curse over him. It looks great what he's doing. And right now he is going to hit.
Watch him do this. Watch him do this.
Let's see.
Because we can see if he does it right or not. He stays away from it, enough distance, going through, and the wind's coming to him. So you might be lucky just holding this space and going right through without another tack. Here's the CDT trying to do the same thing that the Swedish boat did, as well as Aidan, and he's going to miss this. Well done. Close call. Really good. Really good. That means he has a good chance to give Carl Angers a little bit of a run for second place.
So a new battle coming up for second and third, but it is going to be Aidan Gordon taking this win. 300, 400 meters in the lead, so way to go by the young New Zealander.
Here we go. And they're all taking the distance away from the marks so they don't get penalized. Well done. There is a fight for 5th, 6th, and 4th if you want to go back there, but it looks also pretty clear now. There was a bit of a starboard action, but everybody's doing their thing.
Oof.
Aidan is already
Carl
in the
doing
house.
an extra tack there, so jibe. So that's not good news. But he's so much in the lead that he cannot be taken over by the French skipper. So a win for Aidan, second to Canadian boat Carol Langers, third to CDT from France. Then we have the other boats coming in here. If they're not penalized at the mark, they will hold their position. See you. That's almost the end line of eSailing TV tonight. Coming in 6th.
Right, and the other French boat, haven't seen it yet. I don't even know where it's at. Maybe it's sailing somewhere off the boundary. All right, that's that. Aidan first, congratulations, good job. Carl Engers second, the Canadian. CDT, the French, and third. Swedish, Sweden 4 and 4th. Captain Frick and 5. 5th, 6th is CU, and 7 is Kuro Vallejo is disconnected. All right, best stats. Aidan leading the top 3 of them. Good job. Start speed and max speed. Well done. Captain has the shortest distance sailed, really done, and largest numbers of jibes, 12. CU had many penalties, and Carol Angers came in second at the best max speed.
And we see the development, no pressure on Aidan Gordon. He was in the lead after Carl Angers made that penalty on himself at the bottom gate mark. And then we can see the other was so long behind that didn't inflict anything on his sailing. He kept his second rest of the race.
Yeah.
So, Norman, what a finish up. For the first time tonight, we saw a race where the winner was found in the start. 1 out of 10 races. That's impressive. What a high level. So before ending up, let's see the top level here. It's Lucas Moore in the lead with best series score of 100. Villas the 7-1 in second. Those two we are pretty sure of seeing in Tuesday's close qualifier final. People needs to do it better than 23 or 21 races, winning 13 races in a row within those races. That's pretty hard to do.
So let's say it this way, Thomas. There are still 6 spots open.
Yeah.
That's from 3rd to 8th to be able to get into the finals. If you score 100 score, at this point you have a chance. Doesn't matter if you have 13 races or if you have 90 races. Doesn't matter. You have still a chance to do so.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, and see Havuk also. That's an impressive result. He's been doing his best series score after 13 races. This actually means that he might been getting his second place in the last race out of 13. Insane racing by the Turk. Then we have on 4th place at the moment the young magician, the eSailing's Harry Potter, we call him, Luka Koslovic from Trieste. Then we have his Stipe coach from Croatia. We have Clark 123. We saw him win a run race tonight. In 6, Cruiselator from Spain in 7, Italy 51 in 8. And just outside, and this is interesting, Roxigioni. See how many races he has been doing for getting that best series score. So he really needs to race much more to get back in the top. Bartlett Briggs also been doing a lot of races. Alpha and Pesto 99 races. That's impressive. And if we see the best series score, oh yeah. He might have been doing more than 120 races at the moment. So that's impressive. I'm thinking a young sailor from Australia. After 13 races, he's been doing that score, but he has not been racing anymore. But we have to remember, all the Australians are waking up now, and they have the time to race tomorrow early. What we do? They're coming in here in a few seconds.
Right, I want to say, but I Am Sinking has a score of 91.5 after 13 races. If you look at his average score, it's 65.9.
Yeah.
So he's been trying, and he has not come up. So.
Yeah.
That's a telltale right there.
Yeah. But let's just go down to Will Bosma. There is in the chat here. He's saying, I'm looking forward to Tuesday. He has also been doing a lot of races, but the first 13 races was the best result for him. And Borg from Denmark, Hidden from New Zealand. But let's see. It's interesting to see if somebody has less. Oh, the world champ, L1 world champion of 2018 in the 35th position. Alexander Melino, the bronze medal winner 2018 in 37th position. So doesn't look like that nobody is coming up from behind. Oh, there we have one. A boat 81934, 10 races.
Oh, wow. We don't know who that is. It has no registration to it. So 99. That's an interesting...
That's an interesting, because if he's taking 3 wins, then he might be on 95.34. So that's interesting. We're just watching. Nobody is sneaking in except this boat here. So this boat here, we need to keep an eye on him. We're just taking one more before ending up this race. I'm just going up and down.
Oh, look at it. That's my name. Ha! I'm still in there.
Yeah,
there.
123, Norman. I'm so proud of you. And with those
hey guys, this is not easy.
And with those words, let's end up to the night show. Norman, what a pleasure to have you here in studio tonight with me. You and to all of you that doesn't know how we are doing eSailing TV, this production is made in Denmark. And Norman, our co-host, sitting live in Florida, Sarasota at the moment. So welcome in studio. Guys,
thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate this race. I watched this SailGP. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this awesome stream. And I'm looking forward to March, end of March, April, May. May is going to be our next season for the next races, and they're going to be in San Francisco, no?
San Francisco, and then after New York coming up.
So maybe I'll see you live in San Francisco if I have nothing else to do.
Yeah. And guys, please like and share what we're doing. I know a lot of you might have been seeing this on Virtual Regatta Inshore's Facebook or YouTube. And on Tuesday, you will also see this on eSailGP's pages around the world. If you want to follow us and you want to see more about eSailing TV, then join our channels here. See you all.
Bye.
Hi, you're watching eSailing TV. Hope you like what we're doing. If you want to see more, please follow us on the social medias. Go on Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you come into our fan page. If you follow us, subscribe or like us, then you can see our live shows and get a notification of it. But there's an 8 seconds delay on Facebook. You can also see when we're doing highlights. We'll pop them up there, and small news with pictures. You can like, share with your friends what we're doing, share your interest. Hope you will join in. But if you're more the video type, then go to YouTube. eSailing TV channel here has a live feed also. There's a 6 seconds delay, but it's fantastic on YouTube. All our videos are saved forever, so you can see what we've been doing the last year, also the highlights. Example, here's Norman and I having fun with the chat, getting questions from the chat, and it was so fun. But if you want to see the live shows straight away without any delays, then go on the Gamers Universe, Twitch TV, write eSailing TV. There's a 2 seconds delay. So in here, it's if you want to see the shows live. All live shows will be deleted after 14 days. But you can do your own highlights, clip it out, and it will be saved forever. And then some of you said, hey, Twitter. Yeah, we are on Twitter. Go on Twitter, write eSailing TV. We're also doing live shows on Twitter. But again, there's an 8 seconds delay on the live shows. But you can see some tweets when we're out traveling. You can get direct notifications when we're doing activities. In here, we are doing a lot of pop-up news, but we are having a lot of fun. You can share and like what we're doing. And of course, Instagram is also there. But Instagram, we're not doing any live shows on. We're only doing pop-up news. So here you can see what we're doing of crazy things. And trust me, we'll be better to do a lot of more crazy things in here. Example, we met L1's nail shop in Liverpool. Or the highlights show from the World Championship. We also informed about it here. Hope you're enjoying what we're doing in eSailing TV. See you on the servers.